The Holy Father has called the death penalty an inhumane measure. Crux Rome Bureau Chief Ines joins us to dig into how the Pope reached this decision. Ines, as always, thank you for being with us. How did this change even come about?
Well, this change, at least, was previewed to us in the end of last year when Pope Francis, when he was given a speech on the 20th anniversary of the Catechism of the Catholic Church, very specifically said that he wanted this change to happen. This is a development in doctrine that's been in place for the past 25 years. And what we saw today is the announcement of that decision made by the Pope a long time ago.
Now, the Pope is vowing to work for to abolish capital punishment wherever it exists in the world. Now, that's a tall order. Are there concrete plans to do that yet?
Not as of right now, Liz, but it's safe to say with a person like Pope Francis, I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing something on this angle pretty soon. We saw him getting very invested on the climate change efforts during the Paris summit in 2015 with Laudato Si', his document on the environment. I'm sure we're going to be seeing some efforts on the Vatican side to make sure that the death penalty is in fact abolished.
Now, we want to put this into even broader context, Ines. Francis is changing the death penalty position that St. John Paul established, namely that capital punishment would be permitted in rare cases to protect innocent life. Could the Holy Father face opposition within the Church to this major change in Catholic teaching?
It's possible that he will. He today faces oppositions from different fronts on different issues. What is worth noting, perhaps, Liz, is that this is a development in doctrine that began with John Paul II himself when he wrote in his document Evangelium Vitae that there's a praising a growing opposition to the death penalty. This is something John Paul II took as possible in very rare occasions, but it was mostly related not to what the Catholic Church teaches, but what society was doing to deal and to confront criminals. By that, what I mean is today there's a guarantee that a person who commits a crime is no longer a danger to society. Then in that case, what's the gain? There's a better chance for that person to save himself if he's given the time to do so.
In the U.S., recent polls are showing there's increasing support for capital punishment. So does today's news pose a dilemma for Catholic politicians going forward?
It most definitely does, though at least, again, it has to be taken into consideration that this is a development in doctrine. This is something we were waiting for, but it's not completely out of the blue. Most observers from Pope Francis would tell you this is not something unexpected. Did we expect for this to happen today, for this news to be released today? We definitely did not. But we knew it was coming, and this is, again, something the popes have been preaching about for the past 30 years.
When these changes do happen, Ines, where do we go from here? When are we actually going to see these changes manifest in any particular doctrine, in any particular document?
Well, what happened today was a change in what is known as the Catechism of the Catholic Church. This is a huge document released by John Paul II. What we're going to see is this document being updated. Of course, millions of people have the document already in their homes. They bought it when it came out 25 years ago. They bought it in 1997 when it was John Paul II himself asked for some changes on the death penalty to be included to the original document. What we're going to see is this document now being reprinted to, first of all, manifest these changes, but we're also going to be seeing this online. The Vatican website hadn't updated it as of this morning, but I'm very sure they're going to be doing that soon.
All right, Ines, thank you as always for that insight and perspective. I really appreciate it. Love talking to you.
Thank you, Liz.